This is really one of the hardest jobs you can have in the car industry. But I mean, designing an icon, and this is not just an icon, it is the icon in the car industry. And yeah, as I said, a pretty hard job, but looking at the car so far, I'm pretty happy. And yeah, what did we basically? We just cleaned the surfaces and straightened the lines.
A little bit of 70s though? Talk about that. There's a little bit of a 70s theme in here, right?
Yeah, I mean, whenever we start with the job, we have a discussion what is really the, let's say, the characteristics we would like to achieve. And then we said the car should become more muscular and should look more compact. And we looked at the history and found out that the 930, the first turbo, is really the car that inspired us a lot with its extended wheel arches and this narrow waist and this very expressive Coke bottle shape. So that was really the car we had all the time with us in the studio.
I want to bring you to the rear of the car, please, August.
Yeah.
Because we know the Porsche 911 has always been rear engine. Goes against a little bit of weight distribution and all these things, which I know a little bit about, but in terms of the icon of the 911, it's always been leader of class, leader in its segment, and this beautiful balance between track and street. But what have we done, and how's the focus still going to make sure that we're still on pole position when it comes to rear-engine high-performance street cars?
Yeah, sometimes people say in the past, well, that's the biggest disadvantage of this car, the weight distribution, because the engine is in the back of the car. But in my opinion, it's the biggest advantage of the car, because the whole thing, here in German we say, here plays the music in the 911, exactly in this range.
Yep.
Here's the engine, here's the gearbox, here's the rear axle, now, by the way, with 21-inch wheels.
Yeah.
And you still have luggage compartment, and you can put your children here inside. And be honest, I got 2 kids. In the meantime, 2 engineers working at Porsche, and they grew up exactly here.
Oh, there you go. Good homework. Good R&D project.
Yeah.
Michael, August just quickly mentioned about the wheels. So we're 20 on the front, 21 on the rear. I know you designers love big wheels. I like big wheels too, but they've got to be functional, right? I mean, in terms of aerodynamics and also rolling resistance. What's the idea around this wheel combination on the new generation car?
With the power and performance of this car, you know very well, I mean, you should have good aerodynamics, otherwise it becomes more kind of airplane. So I would say the tricky thing was that we wanted to keep the surfaces very clean on that car. So I think it was more challenging for the aerodynamic guys that they had to do all their arrangements, let's say, invisible. And yes, it goes without saying, I mean, designers love big wheels. But in that case, even the guys from the chassis department were, let's say, in the front line, because they had to make sure that the car gets the power on the tarmac.
Yeah.
And we didn't argue, so we...
No, I'm happy. I like the 21-inch rear tire. It looks good.
Also wir müssen aufpassen, dass diese Flachstelle nicht da ist, sonst sieht es sehr eingefallen aus. Weil wir haben links und rechts eine schöne Anformung, deshalb müssen wir gucken, dass die halt auch irgendwo ausläuft.
Wenn du jetzt einfach das mal ein bisschen genau von flach nach oben wegholst, dann sieht man, wie dieser 12 Uhr über dem Rad oder etwas nach vorne versetzt. Die Stelle müssen wir entschärfen. Jetzt haben wir hier erste werkzeugfreie Teile aus der... Ich denke, das haben wir sehr schön auf den Punkt gebracht.
Ja.
Auch die Highlights hier rüber, über den Kotflügelbereich laufen sehr schön straff.
Ja,
das Thema
da
in den
ist
Highlights.
was. Und auch hier. Aber das Hauptthema ist diese Wechsel von konkav in konvex gekennzeichnet. Es ist zwangsläufig eine Flachstelle, aber es ist so gewollt.
Wird bis zum Radionanlauf halt parallel laufen und dann müssen wir halt einfach gucken, dass wir hier schon den Anlauf ein bisschen länger ziehen, dass das ein bisschen besser funktioniert. Das kann auch noch modellbautechnisch sein, weil das der Bereich, das ist jetzt unsere Vorgabe, dass wir die Fuge optisch aufmachen nach Fahrzeug außen. Ob wir hier noch diese leichte Strukturierung drin haben.
Und dann kommt eine Naht.
Gibt es ja noch die Reduzierung noch als dem Lederpad. Ansonsten dieser innere Bereich und der äußere Bereich, da wird das Thema Dachse. Ja.
Da sind wir radienmäßig an der Grenze hier bei dem.
Richtig. Und auch hier um die Schraubkalotte sind wir hier enger. Ja, leichte Radien drauf. Und hier sind es halt richtig große.
Ist das Ziel, dass die Bereiche überfräst werden?
Ja. Nichts sagen.